We are live from Panama City Beach in the great state of Florida here, live at Club La Vela. I am the Mark Matt Graves, and I'm excited to be joined with my buddy, the Nacho Man, Andy Savage. Andy, how's it going? How you loving this?
Oh yeah, it's a great night. It's sunny out here. I'm feeling good, man. Oh yeah.
Let me ask you, the last time a wrestling event was performed here, do you remember who the last man to have his hand raised in victory was here at Club La Vela?
You know what, man? I feel like you're asking me for a reason, and I don't like you for anything, man. I'm not answering this question. I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction, man. Answer your own question,
The
man.
man called Sting. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Sting.
Lies, man. I was here in '03, man. Lies, man. I knew it was gonna be some garbage coming out of your mouth, man.
That
Let
that
me
was
ask you one
'01.
thing here, man.
That was '01. '01.
I was
'01.
there in '03, man, so I was the last. But let me tell you, man, what happened with EAP last week?
What do you mean?
What happened, man? And I know you're
What
excited
happened
to meet him.
is, what happened was you're a bald-faced liar.
Uh, 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 uh,
I'm not
excuse me,
gonna.
man. I don't like these accusations, man.
I
I'm not
apologize.
liking it one bit.
I
How dare you?
apologize.
How
I
dare
just
you,
don't.
man? I'm a
I just don't
legend in
want.
this sport.
I just
Watch who
don't
you're
want to talk.
talking to.
I know. I just don't want to talk about it. I
I
will. I
bet you
will.
don't, man.
I will say this though. Uh, he showed me. He showed the Mark Matt Graves how to get down with his bad self. I'm
Oh,
down.
oh,
I'm down.
oh, oh, you down.
See the
Well,
blue
let's get
tie?
to
See
the
the blue
action,
tie?
man.
Let's get to the action. The IW Television Championship of the World. Corruption Killer
Absolutely,
defending
man.
the title against Mike Davis Jr., Johnny Rockstar, and Alex.
And the
What's
corruption
your
killer, man, coming off of a great victory last week, earning that championship. Let's see what he does in his first defense, man.
well? Yeah, this thing started off with Corruption Killer, uh, Johnny Rockstar, and Davis all teaming up on Alex. That is until Johnny Rockstar and Davis Jr. I guess they wanted their own licks. They got into a shoving contest. Uh, this led Alex to take them both by the back of their heads, mush them together, and he delivered what's known as the powder keg headbutt. That big old noggin of his, knocking them both unconscious. And then we would see him walk
I
up
don't want
to.
any parts of that, man.
Oh no, I bet you don't. Then we would see him
Yeah.
walk up. We'd see him walk up to Corruption Killer laughing as he would have the audacity to slap the very determined Corruption Killer in the face, and with a very determined smile on his face, after a kick to the gut and the determination DDT 1, 2, 3, that's all she wrote. Your winner
That's
and
it,
still
man.
champion, Corruption Killer, and the crowd went wild again. They
Yeah,
love
man,
this
a
guy.
great performance, man. A great outing from the corruption killer, adding some prestige back to that World Television Championship. It's great to see, man.
It is great to see after Chicago Savage did so much damage to that title. It's great to see
Oh
it
no,
back.
no, no, no. I think you're confusing him with somebody else, man. But go
Yeah,
ahead, man.
you might be right. And Nacho, speaking of championships, the next match is number one contenders match for the hardcore championship held by your friend and somewhat mine, the Monster KB3. This is going to be between Johnny Rotten, DCE, the Wicked Sin, and the EAP.
This is downright, man. This is gonna be obviously a hardcore rules match. It's gonna get dirty, gonna get ugly. Let's get to it, man.
Oh yeah, well the bell rang. They started off right away. All three men hammering at each other, especially EAP and DCE going off to a corner and they're slugging it out. That gives Johnny Rotten time to exit the ring and find himself a steel chair. Remember, this is hardcore rules. Brings in the steel chair and goes to take a swipe at EAP with that steel chair. EAP ducks. Johnny Rotten nails DCE over the head with the steel chair. While Johnny Rotten's looking at what he did, he gets ghetto blasted for his troubles by EAP there.
That's a doozy right there, man. That ghetto blaster is no joke, man.
It is. He hits that ghetto blaster and goes for the cover and a long 2 count, and DCE is somehow able to break it up. DCE then picks up Johnny Rotten, hits the black hole suplex, and then picks up Johnny Rotten for what looks like is going to be death from above, that oh so dangerous but devastating pile driver from the top rope. But not so fast. EAP would rise to his feet. He would bounce off the second rope and nail a leaping ghetto blaster on the back of DC's head, sending him down to the floor. And as EAP is pointing the finger at DCE on the floor, Johnny Rotten's laying in wait. EAP turns around, and there's a chair shot right to the gut. Johnny Rotten hits the cradle to the grave, and in an upset victory, in my opinion, 1, 2, 3, Johnny Rotten, your number 1 contender. What do you think about it?
Look, man, I don't know who you thought was gonna win this thing, man. You know, I was on the Riots roster once upon a time with Johnny Rotten. I was in the locker room with this guy, this kid. He is something else, man. He is that name, Johnny Rotten. He earned it, man. Let me tell you.
He did.
Sick, sadistic, man. And when it comes to these hardcore rules matches, the champion better look out, man. And this is me giving him good advice, man, like I always do. Better look out, man.
But as in typical iWrestling fashion, it didn't stop there. We hear the caw, and that can only mean one thing. Necro, with a sinister smile on his face, running down to the ring, takes the chair, cracks Johnny Rotten over the head with it, and puts him in the GFK lion tamer, and he's holding him in that lion tamer, and finally lets it go and grabs the microphone, and Necro says, "There's the reason why I'm doing this. There's no reason why you should have even been in this match. To begin with, I've been on a red hot streak since I've been here. You've done nothing except for win this match, the match that I should have been in. I wanted in that hardcore title match." Before he could say anything else, we hear, hey, guys, and out comes the monstrous man, KB3, and he's got a clipboard in hand. KB3 basically saying, "Gentlemen, there's room for all of us, even for me. So let's make this a triple threat match then, since you want to go run your mouth." So having said that, Necro walking up to KB3. KB3 hands him a pen. He signs his name on the dotted line. Took a little minute for Johnny Rotten to get up, but he walks and signs his name on the dotted lines. And now next week we have a triple threat match for the hardcore title. What do you think about that?
Hey, man. Hey, he gets a title shot. I love it, man. Giving opportunities to these young uprising talents, man. Johnny Rotten, one of them. Obviously, Necro, one as well. As he mentioned, been on a great streak here as well, man. This is going to be a great fight, man. I'm ready for it.
He's in the back right now? Okay. You're supposed to stay in the shallow end, okay? I can't watch you. We have some words in the back from Johnny Rotten. Let's go to Johnny Rotten right now.
Necro, I am gonna make you immediately regret doing what you did and attacking me. I am more than happy to have you get involved in this, so I, the Bango of Violence, can return the favor. And KB3, I'll be seeing you soon too, and I'm coming for that hardcore championship, motherfucker. Now you both have yourselves a very rotten day.
Ugh. I gotta say this with Necro, Johnny Rotten, and KB3 in the ring at the same time. I just got 4 words for you. Katie, bar the door.
Hey, that's for once in a good time, man. The broken clock is right twice a day. There you go, man. You got it right that one time, man. Good job, man. Hey, good call. That's the first time I'm gonna say it tonight. The last time I'm gonna say it tonight. Let's keep it rolling, man.
I figured that. Our next contest is a 6-man tag, and these are 2 teams that know each other quite well, having squared off in a 2-on-2 a couple weeks back. It's the Truth, Jack the Ripper, Chaos, and Shooter J against Anarchy, Chicago Savage, Blake fucking Williams. I mean effing Williams. Sorry about that.
Hey,
And
don't
Billy
worry about
Gore.
it, man. Be a man for once.
Billy Gore. Uh, and this match would prove that there was no love lost between the two. I mean, all 6 men in the ring. The referee was having a hard time getting this contained. It's Chaos would end up hitting the in theory early on Gore, but only for a 2 count. As Gore would get up and give him his receipt, his bill of sale, as you will. Isn't that what it is? The bill of sale.
The bill of sale, man.
The receipt. Yeah, the Gore storm, hitting the Gore storm on Chaos. Only for a 2 count though. Shooter Jay would then come in and hit the midnight ride on Billy Gore, and that's whenever Chicago Savage and Blake Williams had enough. And they'd come in the ring and they started to beat down Shooter Jay. Chaos was still down from that Gore storm, but Jack the Ripper wasn't. And Jack the Ripper come in and was trying to fend off 2 guys at one time, Chicago Savage and Blake Williams.
Yeah, he gave it a good fight, but Williams and Savage ended up hitting a nice double team, a flapjack into a cutter there, a nice double team move there. But that was around the time that Chaos was getting back up to make the save and help out Blake Williams. It's chaos all over the ring, man. The ref having a hard time keeping these 6 men with bitter intentions, having a hard time keeping them straight, man.
Right, and the 4 men, with the exception of Chicago Savage and Jack the Ripper, they would, with Shooter Jay and Chaos, Blake Williams and Billy Gore, they would be battling outside the ring as Chicago Savage goes for the Sears Tower, but misses on Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper took advantage, picking Chicago Savage up. Bouncing off the ropes, hits that death's blow, heart punch, and Chicago Savage clutched his chest, and he was down for the 1, 2, 3. And the truth shall set you free.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
they
As we can see here, man, it was a crazy fight. Fists and feet flying everywhere, man. It could have gone either way, but in the end, it was that hard punch. When you got a guy like the Ripper, he hits his best move on you. It's probably gonna be the best. It's probably gonna be the end of the match, man. And that's what we had here tonight. Great match here tonight.
and a very much needed win for the truth. I will say that. Now let's take a pause for one of our sponsors. Here's Karate Fighter.
There's a place where only the strongest dare compete. Who are they? Karate Fighters. You control the action. Dragon Kick versus the Red Ninja. Thunderfoot versus Skull Crusher. You control every punch, every kick. No rules, no referee, no holds barred. Just full contact karate action. The man left standing rules. Each set comes with 2 karate fighters. Get your hands on the action.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Fun
I have
for
some.
the whole
I have.
family, man. Get some.
I have
for the
some at
kids.
home. I have some at home. The kids.
Yeah, man. For the kids, it's a kid's toy, man.
My toy. My toy.
It seems like it'd be great for a father-son thing.
Our next match. This one was a good one.
Oh yeah.
The Irish
Big money
Bass.
match right here.
The Irish Bass. That's right. James Park against the corporate animal of the administration, Grant Miller. And this would start off with Grant dominating right off the bat. He would hit a Death Valley driver early in this match. After he hit the Death Valley driver, he didn't go for the pin, though. He put James in the Brit lock right in the middle of the ring for, a good 5 to 6 minutes. But James Park, the fighter that he is, knowing that you just can't make that man tap. You have to kill him to make him tap.
You know what, man? Certain guys in this sport, man, goody two shoes guys. I don't like them. They play by the rules. They're sticklers and afraid to do what needs to be done. But this guy right here, I got a half a bit of respect for him because he fights like that, man. If he would put that much effort into doing things my way, the the fast way, then he'd be a real champion. But he is what he is. He's a pansy, a goody two shoes. He's he'll never be what he could be.
Okay, so you raised him up and insulted him at the same time.
Well, yeah, I'm just being honest.
Anyway, James Park making it to that bottom rope, and Grant's starting to get really frustrated by now. Pulls James out into the middle of the ring, hits the Samoan splash. 1, 2, another kick out by Park. And by this time, Grant's over in the turnbuckle. He's beating the turnbuckle out of frustration. James Park just leaps up like nothing had ever happened to him. Just catches that second Irish wind, I guess. Nails it up.
Hey, that's racist. That's racist.
I'm sorry, that Irish bastard.
It's not that. Let me tell you, I've met a lot of Irish. Especially Irish women. I've met some Irish women who are, they lay down. He ain't laying down right now. All right.
That's okay. That's okay because
That ain't the
I'm
Irish in me.
down. I'm
That's the
down.
Park in me.
I'm down. Yeah, hits him with the gallows glass elbow again. Hits a move that we haven't seen from James in a while. The old White Star plunge would set him up for the money shot. Hits the corporate animal with the money shot, but to everyone's surprise, kick out at 2.
No. He kicked out of all that, man. What's this guy made out of?
Corporate animalistic instincts, I guess.
Yeah, I guess animal for sure, man. I don't know where
Yeah.
they found this guy.
James Park would go to pick up the corporate animal, go for a German suplex, which Grant would reverse, turn him around, and it'd be a re-reverse. James Park re-reversing it, getting back in that German suplex position, runs towards the ropes, hits him with the big flops back with a victory roll, and the 1, 2, 3 in a classic match. James Park defeats the corporate animal, which was one to the books there.
Hey, if you can't beat him down, you gotta out wrestle him. That was a good that was a incredible showing from James Park there, man. Look, obviously, as I mentioned, he doesn't do things the way I would, but he had a great match tonight for the animal, man. Hey, I don't know what to say. I don't know how else you can, I don't know how good you can be. I don't know how much better you can be and knock him out with the win. That was you don't see many matches like that.
No, you certainly don't. Our next contest featured Rick Sabbath, the Outlaw of New Age Mayhem, against the returning Mike Tom. And tonight, Nacho Man, Mike Tom just didn't look to be where he wanted to be. He looked a little lost there. This wasn't your 60-minute Broadway confrontation, as Mike Tom would get the upper advantage early, but sending Sabbath to the ride, picks him up for the Death Falls pop-up powerbomb, but Sabbath would reverse it and hit the long ride spin buster. And then he would pick up Mike Tom for the end of the road, that reverse rock bottom. And, 5 minutes into this match, 1, 2, 3, your winner back to his winning ways was the Outlaw, Rick Sabbath, man. I'm kind of shocked here.
You know what, man? I'm not shocked.
I
Unfortunately, we saw 2 in a row. These pansies winning. These Get Two Shoes guys coming out with victories. But Rick Sabbath, he is a veteran in our sport. He knows a little thing or two. And Mike Tom or Mike Tom. Look, two first names, however it works. But this guy, you got to come correct if you're planning to go the distance with
Right.
Rick Sabbath. It pains me to say.
And let me correct myself. I was not taking anything away from Rick Sabbath. Rick Sabbath is the legend in this game and well-deserved win. We just expected more, I guess, from Mike Tom also being a legend in the game.
So the only guys I hold in legendary status are the guys who are willing to do anything it takes to win, man.
Thank you.
Let me make that clear.
Thank you.
I don't know why you would think I don't have no clue why you would think that applies to you, man. But it doesn't apply to Rick Sabbath either. I wasn't saying that he was a legend. I called him a veteran specifically. He is a veteran in our sport. He is very good. He's not a veteran he's not a legend in my book. He's not one of the men who's willing to do whatever it takes, man. He's not one of the dirtiest players in the game.
Folks, our next match was for the Hardcore Championship. And, we didn't touch on this, Nacho. KB3, Necro, and Johnny Rotten all signed the contract. What happens if Kevin Zane wins this? Is it a fatal 4-way or?
Well, you know what, man? KB3, let me say this as a person who has defended championships in my life plenty of times. He signed the contract as the champion. So if the title changes hands, it would be the champion going into that match. Now, if Kevin Zane is half the champion that KB3 has proven to be, he would make it a fatal 4-way if if he's got the guts. But I don't think he's got what it takes to win the title tonight, man. KB3, I'm ready for it.
Sharon, did you bring my chapstick? Not sure. Can you need some? Oh,
You know
sorry
what,
about that.
man? You know what, man? Boom, there it is. Twice a day.
Whoop,
There
there
it
it
is.
is. Whoop, there. EAP taught me that song.
So you and him are on good terms, son.
I honestly don't know.
Ah, there you go, man. There
Back to
you
the
go.
action. We got the hardcore championship on the line, ladies and gentlemen. KB3 and Kevin Zane. And this would start out surprising at first. As the bell rang, Kevin Zane, I guess he knew that he had to do what he had to do. He pulled out a pair of brass knucks from his tights and just started waylaying on the head of KB3, busting him open right off the bat. As a matter of fact, he so many times he brought him into a corner, into a turnbuckle in the corner. And he ran back and hit that shining Zane, that shining wizard in the corner. And then that's whenever the fun ceased to exist anymore for Kevin Zane. KB3 with a smile on his face shoves down Kevin Zane, hits a big splash, and the Singapore cane comes into play.
Oh yeah, this man never fails to disappoint, man. Hey, we saw what the unfiltered animal, the corporate animal, I'm sorry, we saw what he just did out there, being nearly impossible to take down. What's it gonna take to beat this guy, man?
Well,
Look,
he wasn't done. The match wasn't over yet.
eh,
Nacho.
keep
He
going,
he
man. Keep going,
he
man.
he was waylaying Kevin Zane all over the ringside area and back into the ring with the Singapore cane. Finally, clutching that Singapore cane around Kevin Zane's neck and hitting that a la the Sandman, that white Russian leg sweep, and that would be all she wrote. 1, 2, 3. A bloodied but not beaten and not even deterred, with a smile on his face. KB3, still your
Yeah,
hardcore champion.
planting them with the white Russian, man. Beautiful execution. When you got a guy that big and that skilled, man, that's where you're really getting some money there. That's when you've really got a big time athlete. When you've got the physical tools maxed out with the dedication to hone those skills, man. This kid is impeccable. You love to see it. You love to see it.
Let me ask you something, Nacho. You like baked beans?
Hey, I love a good barbecue, man. I'm from Ohio, man. I love a good barbecue.
Well, let's go to our one of our other sponsors here. This is Bush's Baked Beans.
A lot of people want to know what makes Bush's baked beans taste so darn good. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Some think it's our specially cured bacon, our fine brown sugar, or our delicate blended spices. But the real reason our baked beans taste so good is the Bush Secret Family recipe, which I've shared with only one other soul, and he's not talking.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Uh-oh. Great tasting Bush's baked beans. No one bakes them better.
All I'm saying is we don't have to play them on a VCR. We can afford a DVD player. Oh,
Hey, who are you yelling at, man? Who do you think you've got authority over, man? Take a chill pill, man. Dial it back, man.
I was just trying to order a Mai Tai.
Hey, dial it back, man. Treat people how you want to be treated, man. You're nobody around here, man. Take a chill pill, man.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, time for the match of the night. And the match of the night was awarded to Bubba Boudreaux, the beast from the Bayou, and the beast from the Southern Wild, the Prof, the Professor Nick Harrison. And this was a
This was
battle
a hell
for
of a match, man.
Louisiana supremacy here, and a match that everybody had wanted to see. 5-star match it ended up being. We started off with Harrison taking the upper hand, and Nick Harrison showing his submission expertise, putting Bubba Boudreaux into the ankle lock, the tension, as he calls it. Of course, Bubba refusing to tap, reaching the ropes, but he wasn't done there. He would end up locking him in the suspension, which is an illegal hold. The referee would count to 4. He would break the hold of the suspension, but after that, Bubba
But
would
guess
look.
what, man? That illegal hold did a lot of damage, man.
It did.
But between the years, man, the smartest man in the sport and a man who's willing to do what it takes.
It did, but the Prof would get a little cocky there, and kind of slapping Bubba upside the head a little bit, trying to get him to wake up, trying to get him to get up. Bubba got up all right, and he hit the murky waters package pile driver on the professor, only for a 2 count. These guys battled out to they went about 40 minutes in this match. It would end up.
You know what, man? Bubba, he's a guy. Obviously, you look at his track record, man. Multiple time world champion around here. He most recently won the Rumble. Headed to the main event of WrestleCade 5. So, obviously he, you know, say what you will about him personally. I don't like these goody two shoes guys, but a guy who can fight in that ring never says die.
Right, and the match would end up being trading a pair of brain busters. Bubba Boudreaux would hit the prof with his reality check brain buster, only come up short at 2. The Professor Nick Harrison hitting the dropping your GPA brain buster, count of 2. Both guys looking frustrated. Both guys exiting each side of the ring. Bubba Boudreaux finding that Singapore cane that KB3 left laying around there. The Professor Nick Harrison grabbing a steel chair. They both re-enter the ring, charging at each other like 2 bulls. Bam! Both instruments of destruction right to the face, each other's face, and the referee calls for the bell. A double disqualification.
Man, we haven't seen the end of this one. Obviously, there's some ill feelings in this one. So we're definitely gonna see another chapter of this story. Let's say that.
Well, let's see if there's ill feelings. We have both of them backstage. Let's go first to the Professor Nick Harrison.
Oh, I hope you don't think this is over, Bubba. I hope you don't think this is done. Because you and me, this little dance we're doing right now, it is far from over. It will be over when you limp in the WrestleCade. Be great, Bub. Because I will always be greater than you. This is not done.
He's scary too.
This man, don't cross the line, man. Don't cross the professor.
No, I'm
This
giving him
man,
his props. He's scary.
hey, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Bubba Boudreaux, man.
Oh,
Don't
my
bring weapons
apologies.
into it when you wanna get down and dirty. The beast of the Southern Wild. They'll get as dirty as you want to.
From the beast of the Southern Wild to the beast of the Bayou. He's backstage now.
That was a hell of a match, wasn't it, Nick? You brought everything you had to bring to Bubba Boudreaux, and I did the exact same, and we beat the hell out of each other. Comes down to a double DQ. I grabbed the candlestick. You grabbed the steel chair. As soon as they both land on one another, the ref calls for the bell. That's all right. That's okay, because Nick, this is far from over. It ain't over. Not by a long shot.
Our questions have been answered.
You know what, man? This is the thing with I talk about these brave, courageous guys. They always wanna, they think they can do more than they actually can, man. You wanna get into a war with the professor heading into WrestleCade? Be my guest, man. I want to see how it turns out for you, man. You think you're so look those types of guys? They got a whole lot of heart, not enough brains. We'll see how it plays out for them.
And I, like you, can't wait to see that rematch. And now, folks, we move into the double main event of the night. What everybody came to see. Everybody came to see everybody, but this is our double main event, part 1, title for title. Awesome Thomas Austin being the sadistic magician doomsayer. 1 U.S. champ, 1 North American champ, but only 1 man can win and walk out with both belts. And the winner, well, the losers. Let's better yet say the loser's belt is no more. Your thoughts?
I've been in this sport for a very long time, man. Obviously, I've wrestled back to the 90s and 80s. I was around when this man Thomas Austin first came on the scene. When I first saw him, I knew he was special, man. It's one of those things where you see a guy for the first time and he's got it, and that man He's gone on to be, obviously a Mount Rushmore wrestler, and he's been representing the U.S. of A. with very, very proudly, a proud American, a great American. He's got his
Definitely.
his what's the word I'm looking for? He's got his momentum going into this match, but also Doomsayer. He's been on a
He's
great
got the
tear, man.
momentum
He's
too.
been having
Yeah.
great match after great match going against top tier talent, man. He has been putting in the work. He has been on a oh my goodness. I don't know what else
Yeah.
to say about him. I'm at a loss for words with
Well,
this guy.
it
But
it's
yeah,
a
take it away.
it's a case of the irresistible force meeting the immovable object. But I got to ask you real quick, where did you first saw Thomas Austin in a wrestling ring, right?
Yeah, man. What are you implying here?
Nothing.
Look, man, I know, this man has made money a lot of different ways. I'm a wrestler. I know him from wrestling. Look, I don't judge a man for doing. Look, you
Oh,
gotta
I'm
continue
not
to.
judging him.
Hey, it sounds like you were, man. You're trying to crack wise, man. Look, man, you wish you had the physique of a Thomas Austin to
I
be
do.
able to make the money that he has. All right, don't worry about it, man. Don't
You're
worry about
preaching.
what he's doing.
You're
All
preaching to the
right.
choir on that one, Nacho. You're preaching to the choir. But yeah, this one would start off hot and heavy. This would be a slug fest to start things off. It would calm down with Doomsayer starting to get the upper hand. He would hit the dead ringer, but that wasn't Thomas Austin would kick out at one after that. Thomas Austin was, no pun intended, looking very determined in this match. It would end up Austin getting Doomsayer in the Anaconda Aspirator. I know I got it right that time. Which he would lock in for quite some time until Doomsayer was able to get both feet around that bottom rope and clutch that bottom rope. And Austin broke on
I
the
wish he
count
would
of
have got out of that a little bit sooner, man. That's a deadly maneuver, man. We'll see how the effects weigh on him.
yeah, that could have been that could be an omen. Austin would start hitting Doomsayer with lariat after lariat after lariat, but Doomsayer just wouldn't stay down. He would hit the absolute sacrifice on Thomas Austin for a near fall, near 3 count, but Thomas Austin kicking out of it. Doomsayer looking a little frustrated, but keeping this calm. They would slug it out a little bit more, and it would come down to Doomsayer charging and hitting a lariat of his own, picking up Austin, and he's going for Welcome to the Strange. And we've seen every single man that Doomsayer has hit Welcome to the Strange on, they have been down to the 3 count. Only this time, Welcome to the Strange didn't happen. He goes for it. Austin reverses it, kick to the gut, nails him with an awesome bomb, and for good measure, Thomas Austin picks up Doomsayer again. One more awesome bomb with thunderous effect. And Thomas Austin hooking the leg for the 1, 2, 3. And ladies and gentlemen, we have the North American Championship is no more. Thomas Austin retains the United States title, wins the North American title, which he threw in the dumpster on the way out. And your United States champion, Thomas Austin.
Man, I don't want to sound like a hypocrite here. I've been, obviously I'm a proponent for disrespect. That's a little bit too much disrespect right there. But obviously this match was incredible. This has to be one of the best shows of the year, man. With the Boudreaux Professor match, and now with this match, this has to be one of the shows of the year, man. This was incredible. And
credit to Judas Jones for booking this card.
Yeah, man. There's a reason why we're all making a lot of money around here. And Thomas Austin,
you make a lot of money?
I do. I don't know about you, man. Ask Sharon how much he's making, man. But
get the books.
Doomsayer, I think this guy, there's no ceiling for this guy. I think he's gonna either be in the running for a rematch for that U.S. title, or he's gonna be looking at the World Championship, man. It's a bright future for him, and for Thomas Austin, he's gonna keep on representing the U.S. of A, man.
And that's okay to me. For this summer tour 2021, we've had one major sponsor, and we can't thank them enough for bringing this together, this whole tour together. Give it up for Surge.
game.
And thank you to Surge for having us. I mean, I'm a vitamin water guy myself, but Surge is okay too.
Hey, when
We
you need a thirst quencher, man, yeah, I'm all for being healthy. I'm the athlete around here. I'm all around. I'm all about being healthy. But when you really need to quench your thirst, get some Surge, man.
now we head into part 2 of the double main event. And this is something we saw these guys go back and forth with each other all week long. It's going to be the administration against the Unholy Four here. Necro, Ethan Carnage, and Darken Graves taking on Adam Cage, Frank Paul, and Steinbaum. Your thoughts before we head into this?
You know, obviously these are the two big forces in IW right now. Something's got to give here.
Can't forget
You know,
about the Brotherhood, though.
you do have the Brotherhood, but the Brotherhood is more of a beacon of hope for the fans. This is a battle of
Two evils.
evil.
Two
Yeah,
evils, yeah.
I fear for whoever comes out on top of this is gonna be proven to be just truly dangerous.
Right. And the match, as the match is about to start off, we see all 6 men in the ring staring each other down. It looks like it's going to be Darken Graves and Steinbaum to start off the match. As the bell rings, Adam Cage patting Steinbaum on the back, and then the unthinkable happened. Steinbaum's getting ready to take on Darken Graves. Adam Cage drops down and hits a low blow on Steinbaum. Adam Cage starts laughing. Darken Graves starts laughing. Frank Paul grabs Steinbaum and throws him into the hands of all people of Darken Graves, who hits a Cradle of Filth pile driver on Steinbaum. The rest of the men, everybody's in the other 5 men are in the ring. They look at each other, smile, and then a stomping beat down of biblical proportions happening on Steinbaum. The crowd who was on their feet are in shock. You hear a pin drop, just beating the ever-living mess out of Steinbaum. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The timekeeper goes to ring the bell, and we hear a familiar voice coming out of the crowd saying, hey, if you ring that bell, I'm going to wring your fucking neck. The crowd looks, and it's Judas Jones walking down the aisle. What is he here for? We don't know. He gets in the ring. As he gets in the ring, he gets in the corner and delivers a Randy Orton-like punt to Steinbaum, as both members of both teams are laughing. And I don't get it. I don't get what's going on here. Judas Jones looks at Darken Graves and nudges him toward the middle of the ring, looks at Adam Cage, nudges him toward the middle of the ring, grabs both of them by the arms, and we see him actually raise both men's arms. Judas Jones with a foot on Steinbaum's chest as they're all laughing. And Nick Harrison comes back down. Grant Miller comes back down. Ethan Carnage and Necro, they're all shaking hands, embracing. What have we got going on here? All 4 of them beating down Brian Steinbaum. And they go to leave. And Judas Jones says, 1 second. He turns around. And he picks grabs Steinbaum by the hair, pulls him out of the ring and says, hope you know how to swim, bitch. Throws him in the swimming pool. And all 8 men leave toward the dressing room with the crowd in silence. What do you make of this, Nacho? This is nuts.
We just got done talking about one or the other, man. Them together? No way, man. No way,
I don't.
man.
What's that? He is.
I'm not seeing it, man.
Okay, I've just been told by Sharon that I have Jesus Jones on the phone right now. Oh my God. Hello, Mr. Jones. Yes, how are you? I'm sorry. a merger. What? No, no, sir. I understand. I understand. Thank you, sir. It seems as though the administration just got a little unholy.